Welcome to Success Talk with Noma. Today I am with Sibheki Masiandima. Hi, Sibheki Masiandima. How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
It's good to have you on the show once again.
My
So
pleasure.
I'm going to give you an introduction of who Sibheki Masiandima is. She's a very, can I say, complex character. Well, she's got a complex CV, let me say, not a complex character. Okay,
That's
Sibheki
fine.
Masiandima is an entrepreneur. She's the managing director of Alvaro Private Limited. Alvaro Private Limited is a textile company that does schoolwear, protective clothing, and other related items such as face masks. She was telling me now that during this COVID time, she's having a lot of fun making face masks, but we're going to talk face masks another day. So she designs textile stuff of all sorts, and her target market is us, the Africans. So this outfit of mine is one of their designs. So I'm wearing an Alvaro design. I feel beautiful in it.
Yes, you
I
are.
feel beautiful in
Yes, you
it.
look beautiful.
I feel beautiful in it. She's also a social relationships consultant. So today I've actually called her as a social relationships consultant for our program, Successful Marriages. So that's why she's here. But we're actually talking balancing business and marriage related issues because it's all about business. It's all about succeeding in business and also making sure you also balance the other areas of your life.
Yeah.
So that's why you are here today. So, Spain Posi, can you
Yes,
just
ma'am.
tell us a little bit about your business, when you started your business, when you started Alvaro, and why you started it briefly?
Okay, thank you. I started Alvaro in 2016 because I realized that it's a good thing to have to be independent and make money on my own. Yeah.
So you wanted to be independent.
Yes, and be an entrepreneur and be a billionaire very soon. So ever since I started, I'm working towards being a very successful businesswoman and to be on the top 10 billionaire list in Africa as an African woman.
Okay, so she's dreaming big.
Yes, I
She
do.
dreams big. Okay, so Spain Masiandima, you are also a social relationships consultant.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is a social relationships consultant?
A social relationships consultant is a consultant who I realized that women have a lot of trouble or problems in balancing business and successful businesses and family related issues. So that's why I started this.
Okay, so who are your clients basically?
Basically, my clients are married people from church, from the universe, wherever. Anyone who needs help, I help.
So what kind of problems do these women have in
Okay.
terms of their business and their marriage?
Okay, the number one that I recognized was that most women then spend most of their time in their business and forget their families. So most of the times it all leads to divorces or unhealthy marriages, you know. And also that also leads to an unhealthy business as well, because now you are a family, but now the woman is running it by herself. We all need help.
Okay, so so you think one of the main problems that families face is that the woman begins to work too hard
Not
in the
really,
business
not really too
and
hard.
neglect her family. Is that it?
Yeah, yeah, almost like that.
Okay, so what do you advise these women when they come to you?
Okay, so when they come to me, I then make them realize that once they got married, they became one unit. So that one unit means one unit in everything. In marriage, in business, in taking care of the children, in church ministry, those that are in the ministry, you have to be able to balance that all. If then I also suggest subcontracting to probably if you don't have time, you can have employees or you can have people to help you through while you give time also to your spouse and to your children.
Okay. So in our African culture, I I noticed that a lot of women seem to have challenges in their marriages when they start a business. Some of them don't seem to get the support that they want from their spouses.
That's very
Do you
true.
meet such
Yes, that's very
such
true.
situations?
Yeah.
So what do you say to those women?
Okay. One other thing that I do is to recognize such challenges and then find solutions to them. So many women think it's just easy. You can just do what you want, like just take money or start something without communicating with your spouse. It's so very important to communicate with your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know what your passion, what your vision, what your dream is. It doesn't matter how big you are dreaming. Just be open and be free and communicate with them and tell them what you want. And when you tell them, there has to be ways, tricks. I mean, you have to put a lot of thought into it first before you present it to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
Uh-huh.
like, when you present that vision to them, you need to write it down, sit down with them and explain to them and be able to answer the hows, the whys. Like one question that you could be asked is, where will you get the money? Because every time you come to, not every time, but most of the times, when you come to your man or your husband and say, I want to start this, he feels I is separating you from him. You want to start it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Just I mean, the language maybe you should say, I think we can start something like this and have supporting reasons why you want to do it and make it plain and clear to him what you want him to help you with.
Okay, so if you make it plain and clear to him, and knowing our African men, because we are our
Yeah.
African men, what if he still resists and says no, don't do it? What does a woman do?
Nowadays it's
Mm.
not so many men do that because you are a better half or a helper. So they usually accept, but they take time.
Mm-hmm.
And some men, they want to make it their idea for them to say yes. So allow him to do that. Like, for example,
To make it look like he
yeah,
came up with the
yeah,
idea.
they love that. So what you can do is you just make it plain to him. Then he says, no, wait, let's see. Then he will go. Then don't worry. Be patient. If you're a prayer warrior, go to your prayer room and start praying and just continue being the wife. And don't sulk. Just continue being a good wife. If you cook for him, continue doing that. Don't do some things that are extraordinary for him to think, oh, so these days that's why she's doing this because she wants something from me. Just be normal.
But what would you want from him, really? Because now let's just assume you're an organized woman with like a vision board, like you,
Yeah,
like
yes,
you're an
yes,
organized woman with
yeah.
a vision board. You even have your money to start your business, or the business is already ongoing. You actually have everything in
Yeah,
order. So
yeah.
what do you want from him? What are you convincing him if he's actually not contributing anything?
Yes, we can do it. Just that. Just for him to say, yes, we can do it. Then there won't be conflicts tomorrow. Because I
Okay.
am saying to him, "But my love, I came to you and I spoke to you about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my dearest, have you forgotten? Actually, if they want to feel like they brought up the idea, you say, remember the day when we discussed and we agreed that what, we can do this together. So that's it.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
important thing is to agree.
Agree. Come to
Get
an
him to
agreement.
agree so that there is no
Yes.
conflict.
Yes.
So the important thing is to avoid conflict
Conflict.
at all costs.
Yes.
So you
Because
have to humble yourself as a woman and
yes.
even be willing to have him say that it is his bright idea
Yeah.
when
Fine.
he is dumb. Sorry. Okay, yeah, you know.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now there are men. Let's say this man has his own career, his own business already, so
Yes.
that's okay. But what about you start this business and then the man, the partner, the personal person actually then does not have a vision of their own, and they actually want to join you like full time. So are there any challenges there, or it's okay for the husband to just now start running with the woman's vision?
It's very good actually for you to work together. It's very healthy. It will produce very healthy results as long as we understand each other
So
within
where is the understanding
the
that the business is yours, or
no, the
where is
business
the
is for
understanding?
us.
It's a family
Yes, it's a
business.
family business. We are working for our children's children. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. So we need to just understand with the vision. Like usually there's a problem where then when we are making money and we're working together, then sometimes men want to make decisions on their own.
Yes.
I have a case where then the men went to a private school, got places for their children, and wanted to transfer them. And the woman didn't
Wanting to
know.
use the woman's,
Yeah,
not the woman's money, the business
it's
money.
mine, wanting to use the business money.
Okay.
So that causes conflicts because why didn't we communicate? I know you were the dad in the house, but we need to communicate everything.
Okay, so how how does an African woman separate business money and family money? Why would a husband think that the money that the business is making belongs to the family?
Yeah, that's very common.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's common to both. In our African culture, we don't separate the business from the family. We make it one of us. Yet the business stands on its own. It's got its own expenses. So what we need to do is to get paid. We need to decide on a percentage. Okay, so every month, depending on how much we make, what are we paying ourselves? So we are paying ourselves so much. That's what we are going to use. So if you are planning to take your child to a private school, you are going to use your pay. Because that's why many businesses fail, because we eat the seed as well.
Okay.
We enjoy the seed as well.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
important for you, the woman, the founder of the business,
Yes.
to make it clear to the family that this
Clarity.
is business money, and then
Yes.
the business will contribute to the family so much, and
Yes.
it does not contribute anything
Anything more
more
than that.
more than that. It
Yeah.
can contribute less, but not
Not more.
anything more than that.
No.
Okay,
No.
so what about women who, when they start their businesses,
Yes.
these businesses become successful,
Yeah.
and then their men are not as successful, and then these women become big-headed?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see a lot of women who get like that?
Yeah, quite a
And
few.
why do they get like that, and what do you advise them?
Well, they just become big-headed, sometimes because of peer pressure. We are African women, so we need more knowledge because it's worth getting more knowledge first, then you get more money, then you know how to use that money. So what happens is most women, you get more money, now you are at a certain level, you now work with people in a certain level, in a different level than you were before. Now it doesn't matter to you whether they are married or not because their lives are not going to be the same. Because when I'm married, I'll know I have to go back home.
Okay, so this let's just pause there. On you meet people of of a different level,
Yes.
and then you feel like the person that you are with is no longer at the same
Yeah,
level with you.
with
So is
you.
that a reason to become big-headed as a woman?
They do that.
But is
Women
that a
do.
reason to become
It's
big-headed?
not a
But
reason.
how then does a woman ensure that when she grows with her person?
The trick is communicating every time. Like at first you
But
shared
you
your
can be communicating with him, but you yourself, let's say you start reading books, like you
yes.
start reading books,
Mhm.
your mind is renewed,
Yeah.
but your husband is not reading the books. The husband is actually just doing nothing. His mind is still the mind of,
Yeah.
let's say,
Yeah.
of
That's-
some of a grade one, and your mind is
Oh,
the mind
yes.
of a billionaire. How do you
Um,
how can a woman ensure that you actually move with him?
yeah, it's actually not an easy one because
Mhm.
it's a journey, actually. It's
Mhm.
not a one day thing or a once off thing. You both keep learning. So,
Mhm.
what I usually advise is if they don't like reading or don't like listening to audios and what, you speak about it. You
Mhm.
like you read The Richest Man in Babylon, okay?
Mhm.
Then you start talking about that. Ah, you know, I read this book, you are saying this, and that. And then you say, okay, would you like to read it?
Mhm.
Nicely like that.
Yeah.
Would you like to read it? It's so interesting. Or sometimes men they are a bunch of different people with different personalities. Sometimes you can have this book
Mhm.
and read it and read it and finish it. I
Mhm.
mean, even during the time you are reading it,
Mhm.
you put a marker, you put it on the dresser or on your headboard.
Mhm.
You know what happens?
Eh.
Once you are out, he takes it
Mhm.
and checks, oh, she's not here, and starts reading. So
Eh.
he will be knowing. So what you
Okay.
need to do is to pretend as if he doesn't read and just speak to him nicely. Can we read the book?
Okay.
So
Oh, so
some
that's one
yeah,
trick,
that's
ladies, that you
that's
can use. Oh, and also you also said you can also talk about the book.
yes.
After reading this
You
book,
share a
Anointed
chapter.
for Business, you start
Mhm.
telling him, you start talking to him.
Yes,
I'm sure
yes.
in the beginning you would look like he's not interested, but at
But
the
as
end you will.
you can actually find him sharing that information with his friends
Yeah.
while you are not there. And he won't say it was you who told him. It's
Okay.
okay. But the important thing is that he knows.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're almost running out of time, so we cannot end this broadcast without actually talking about
Okay.
your presentation that you did for the round table. You
Okay.
s- you started dancing. She started dancing.
Oh
Okay,
yes.
she started dancing to Men in the Mirror.
Oh
Like
yes.
I'm starting with Men in the Mirror, and then you started talking about that whole thing of changing the Men in the Mirror face. It was so powerful. Can you just tell us
Yeah.
about it
Yeah.
before we close?
I always say if you want to change the world or change anything, it has to start with you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that man in the mirror that has it all. So sometimes you'll be forcing your partner to do something you are not yourself. It's so easy for your partner to get attracted to the positive things that you do. So every time, even today, it's still a journey for me. Every time I feel, oh, things are not going well, I go back to the mirror. I don't blame him. I don't do the blame game. I don't. I just go to the mirror and say, Peggy, you're a successful businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? How did it happen? And I find fault, and then I go back and rectify it. By the minute I walk out of my bedroom or my bathroom where there is a mirror, you find everything has changed. Even if we had had an argument,
Mm-hmm.
I just go to the mirror and say, Peggy, did you really have to say all that? Wasn't good of you.
Okay, so it starts with the Men in
It
the Mirror.
starts with the men in
Okay,
the
it
mirror.
starts with you changing.
Yes.
Okay, you also said something powerful in that presentation. You said that when you change yourself, when you actually become a better version of yourself,
Yes.
what did you say? Let me not
When you
try to quote you when you are here.
you become a better version. This is exciting. When you become a better version of yourself, everyone will see a better version of yourself. You will attract all the help. You will attract every good thing from everyone. And when you become the better version of yourself, it's easier for the other person to also dig deep and also go back to the mirror and become a better version of themselves.
Okay, so it's like the law of attraction.
It's
That
the
if
law
you
of
if you
attraction.
change yourself to
Yeah.
something better, you will then attract better things from that
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Auntie, you hearing that, ladies? That start with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the most important thing is to have a vision, ladies.
Yes.
Have a vision and then be committed to the vision. Actually,
Mhm.
love your vision more
Yes.
than you love a lot of other things,
Yes.
more than your pride, more than
Yes.
who's right or who's wrong.
Mhm.
Because you then know that instead of arguing,
Yeah.
you push your vision first. The
There's
stakes are
something
too
better,
high.
you
The
know.
stakes are too high.
Yeah.
Becoming that billionaire that you're dreaming
Yes.
about,
It can be easy.
it's more important than winning an
Yeah,
argument with your
exactly.
spouse, your partner, whatever, your
Mhm.
personal person. So when your
It's
vision
all a waste
becomes
of
more
time.
important
Yeah.
than
Mhm.
your, if you become actually mature and stop
Yeah.
being petty,
Yeah.
because what's important in life is happiness and achieving
Yes.
your goals,
Oh
right?
yes.
Purpose. So briefly about purpose, do you feel you found your purpose in life?
Yes, I found my purpose in life.
Okay, why do you say that?
I say that because I am so happy with what I am doing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing it with all of my heart.
Okay, what's your purpose?
My purpose here on earth is to help other people, help other business women grow, even other business women who are not married. I don't only talk about marriage. I also talk about I talk to teenage girls. Yeah, so it's easier when you train kids when they're younger. As they grow up, they won't
Yeah.
forget.
So you feel your purpose is
Yes, yes.
to
To share information on business and entrepreneurship to other people.
on
So
success.
on success as well. So they realize that success is not only found in the office. Success is not only found from employment. As we look at Africa as a whole, every country there's no employment, or there's just 5%, 10%. So what is happening to the other people who are not employed? So
Okay.
this is uh, what I'm doing. I want people to be successful in their businesses.
Okay, so she's a women empowerment activist.
Yes.
Okay, she delights when women are empowered.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
guess that's why she's my friend. Okay. So anyway, thank you very much, Spengos Zikola,
Yeah.
for taking Maskola Spengos Masiandima for taking your time out to come and talk to us here on Success
Yeah.
TV. And ladies, really, I hope that you have learned a lot about dealing with your personal person in in your business.
Yeah.
Yes, there are strategies that you should use that she mentioned. So remember to like and subscribe
Yes.
to our channel so that you can always get reminders when you are back with someone as interesting as Mascola or even more interesting.
Yes.
But it's all about success for you, the African woman. We discuss challenges that African women face as they climb the ladder of success. So there is nothing that is insurmountable. You, African woman, can do all things through Christ that strengthens you.
Yes.
So for today, I'll just say farewell to you
Yeah.
in English, goodbye and God bless. But she will do it in Zulu because she's a Zulu woman, Maskola. Okay, go ahead.
I'll do
Oh,
that.
and a very woman.
Nisale kahle.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll see you again next time. Goodbye.
Bye.